I'm guilty sometimes of saying this is my course when in effect it is not.
After 13 years of tending to its every need, you can see why Bobby Stringer has grown so attached. I mean, looking at this, what's not to be proud of?
It's my fourth daughter. So.
Any sons?
No sons. I've got all girls. Blessed with all girls. Make sure you get that on TV.
On top of being a girl dad, Bobby is the golf course superintendent at Austin Country Club. He says planning for Dell match play is pretty much a year-round job.
It takes a mountain of people to get it to look like this. It doesn't just look like this, you know, with 3 guys in a race.
On site, Bobby has a team of about 60. He says much of their job is taking the good and the bad from each year and applying it to the next.
You kind of make your lessons learned list.
Plus, there's an off-site team as well.
We have a blend of certain grasses,
which includes Thomas Bastis, who oversees a dozen PGA courses and is constantly checking in on their condition.
Well, a lot of times it's how the golf course is reacting to the weather.
This year, that question was no different, but the weather was.
When we saw that there was the possibility of some snow, of course being in Austin, okay, it's going to snow and melt and then we'll be back on the road by 5 p.m. As it got closer, we realized that we had to start making preparations for an extended event, 3 to 5 days.
Their biggest concern was the greens, which they covered with tarp.
That's our most valuable asset, but it's also the most finicky part. The grass on there can't take, 0 to 5 degrees left out in the open.
Ultimately, the prize of the tournament are the greens, and that's what makes this event and a WGC event, all that more important is that if the asset is damaged, what effect does that have on the tournament?
The answer to that question turns out to be very little, thanks to Bobby and his team's dedication.
Working 14-hour days for the last month.
While this year's list of lessons certainly includes rolling with the punches, Bobby's biggest takeaway...
not beat myself up. It's a lot of things are just out of your control and you have to be patient. We had to get the snow off, we had to wait and let everything kind of start rebounding before we started pushing it to get it to where it is today.
A place all the more beautiful thanks to his willingness to stay the course.